Yeah. It's like, see, the overall theme of the movie is like, give her a puppy and she'll fall madly in love with you.
Yeah.
This is like the overall theme. It's and as you know, we always do this stuff like lately on the Red Smoke, like always like trying to find good articles and kind of stuff, like bash them, stuff like that. I would choose videos, but it's a little bit difficult with the insane little budget we have on the show. You gotta go with written articles, guys. Yeah, that's and I found something, and I wanted to check it out with you before we get into the movie, because I was like,
before we get in, all right.
yeah, because it gonna make sense when you see it, and I just put it on the stream. But there you go. There's an article from a website. It's called lovez.com. Anyways, it was one of the first things. I wanted to look at a really generic X ways or tricks to make a girl fall in love with you, because I kind of want to find the answer before we find the answer through the movie,
Yeah, sure.
So and this was by far the best article I found. 37 tricks to make a girl fall in love with you. Already says enough. Yeah, dude, you tortured me with this fucking Hitch movie. You're gonna get it back, man. You gotta get it back double time, or in that case, 37 times, man. It's see. Of course, I'm gonna look at those articles before we go on the stream. I'm not gonna pick one like blindly and then we check it out. But I wasn't getting to the end yet. I was like checking out the first 10 points. And, this is perfect for Red Smoke, definitely. So we're gonna check it out. We're gonna find out if before we start. Do you think there is some stuff like that? Because I would say when we talk about Hitch, that's pretty much the essence of the movie, right? So like finding tricks to make a girl fall in love with you, right? So like
Yeah.
trying to find a magic spell, magic pickup line, and stuff like that, right? There's this insane scene in the beginning where this guy's pretending to be hit by a car, saving this girl's puppy, and then they fall in love with each other. That's basically, the premise of the show. So do you think there's stuff like that in the first place?
Yeah, well, I think the whole movie actually revolves around this idea, right? Because he's a date doctor, so he has some sort of tricks to make them fall in love. This is the whole idea. So it's quite interesting to find this article, or found this article. And it's also exactly the reason why I didn't like this movie, because these tricks are all bullshit. I mean, all of them. But maybe there are some in this article that actually work. So I don't know. Maybe I get schooled.
Yeah, I could tell you there are, but I'm not saying it. Let's check it out. Gotta read a bit out of it before we're gonna get into the meat. There's no magic formula to cure a broken heart, that's for sure. On the flip side, there isn't a love potion that I know of. Oh no, fuck off! I was actually 37 tricks to make a girl fall in love with you. And in the first fucking sentence, he or she says, but there isn't a love potion that I know that's going to make someone fall in love for you. It's always the same, man. It's always the same with those fucking articles. Jesus, man. Jesus, man. I mean, at least pretend, that you have like 37 tricks without this. But there isn't a love potion, like a scene. Oh, fuck off, man. Oh,
It gets better though. Next sentence.
Yeah, what you can do is increase the odds you will get the girl you want by following these expert and practically proven tips. Dude, I told you I'm gonna get revenge on what you did to me, man.
Expert tips. I'm very curious.
That's it.
What kind of expert is that?
This is gonna be awesome, man.
Dating coach like Hitch, or what's happening?
How to make a girl fall in love with you. Yeah, let's see if we can do it better than Hitch before we get to Hitch. This is a class 1 article. Number 1 trick, open your ears. Girls like a man that's going to listen to their problems, and when you open your ears and let them talk, you're one step up on any other guy in pursuit. Make sure you don't push her.
Okay.
Jeez, man. Make sure you don't push her to make a decision. She just wants you to listen so she can work it out. Okay.
What?
Would you agree with that? Maybe
Absolutely not.
maybe I can learn something, man.
No, I mean, I'm not saying you should never listen to your girl, of course,
Mhm.
but the solution here is completely wrong. First, it's the last one. So she can work it out. Well, first of all, if your woman ever approaches you with her issues, she doesn't want the issue fixed. She wants her feelings fixed, right? This is the first thing.
Mhm.
Because they operate on emotions, right? And they
Mhm.
want that you take care of that. That's it. If you try to rationally bring her a solution, then you're talking masculine to her.
Mhm.
So that's bullshit. First thing already. uh, yeah, also, I like if you sit there and listen to a woman moaning about for 4 hours, then you're already better or already ahead of all the other guys in pursuit. I don't think
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, it's funny because that's the same thing that Hitch was. This idea Hitch was proposing in the movie. Um, was it on the first date or on the second date? He was like, "Yeah, it's not about you. It's all about the girl and stuff like that." He said something about that
Yeah.
before this fat guy was going on to the date. He was saying something along the lines like that, and yeah, and that's a little bit the question, like how much. It's like an effect. What is a girl thinking of? How much is a girl actually gonna respect you when you're a man who actually listens to 4 hours of her problems? You know,
Yes.
I mean, what kind of problems does she probably have? I mean,
I can
she's
tell you exactly what this means. If you sit there listening to 4 hours of her issues, she just knows that you don't really have anything going in your life, because
Mhm.
otherwise you wouldn't have the time.
Mm.
And then she's very. Is that the word? Disattracted? No. I mean, it's
Yeah.
unattractive, but like if you lose attraction, what's it called? I don't know. Probably losing attraction.
Speaking of made up words, this is also certified shit flick. Before we get into
Oh,
it,
yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Right.
Get the Red Smoke approved sticker, certified.
Oh, we need something like that.
Yeah. Gonna make something up, man.
That's absolutely a shit flick. Yeah. It's also funny if I proceed reading this, the next line, you know.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm gonna read it out loud for
Yes, do it.
the Spotify listeners. Of course, if she asks for your advice, you should give it. Just make sure you aren't pushing too hard with it, or she'll close the door fast. Jeez, man. This sounds like the hardest task in the world, man. It sounds like, adopting a very hard race of a dog. There are some dogs they're very easy to raise, and there's some
Yes.
dogs, like, okay, you gotta feed them between 2 and 3 p.m. and you gotta get out with them like 5 times a day. This sounds like the absolute most difficult task. Like if she asks for advice, you should give it, but make sure you aren't pushing too hard. Jesus, man. Not even gonna respect my boss that much at work. Holy shit.
Yes, exactly. This is exactly the point I was going to mention. You just phrase it differently. I was going to say this. If you do this, you're just walking on eggshells all the time,
Yeah.
not trying to make any mistakes, saying the wrong word or saying something too soon. Like after 2 hours of listening to her, like stuff, emotional blurt, uh, you're thinking, can I talk now? Can I say something else? And you really think this is gonna make a woman fall in love with you? Sorry, absolutely not.
Yeah, also, what I really don't like about this whole stuff is that this is written by a girl, I think, and always girls always like with this notion of, oh yeah, he's manipulative, he's toxic, and all this stuff. But here she's given like a piece of advice, like open your ears, and she's actually saying before that how to make a girl fall in love with you. So that means a man is just gonna do it, just so he can get laid, right?
Yes.
But doesn't a girl actually want a guy who actually actually is interested in her, who wants to listen to her problems instead of, okay, I'm gonna listen to your problems, so I can get laid, which is basically what she says. How to make
Yeah,
a girl
exactly.
fall in love with you. This is like step one.
It's also, if you think about it, because there's also a lot of power in language, and it's not the article. It doesn't say how to find the perfect girlfriend or the perfect wife. It says how to make a girl fall in love with you. So it's already on the
Yeah.
female side, from the beginning.
Yes.
I mean, this could just be phrasing, or she's just very egoistical. I don't know, but I wouldn't go into something with that mindset that I have to make a girl fall in love with me. If anything, I'm searching for a relationship or for getting laid or whatever. But for me, this is just a very weird way of phrasing that.
I don't know, man. It's like, and the problem is the internet is full of those, and
Yes.
as we continue, you're gonna see it for yourself. It's what I said in the beginning about the movie Hitch. It's very irritating, man. So if I would be a man, like, I don't know, let's say 16 or 18 or whatever, and I don't have like any experience with women, and let's say I have my first date ever, and I'm super excited. I'm gonna get fresh and all that. I'm gonna get some good clothes on, and I'm like, let me try to prepare for my date. I'm gonna stumble upon an article like that. I'm like, oh, holy shit, man. I'm confused. What am I gonna do now? So I'm gonna listen to her, but I'm also not listening too much. I'm not pushing too hard, but maybe also a little bit. Oh man, it's like
That's exactly the point.
This is why I chose this fucking thumbnail, man. This is like dating terrorism, man. This is not a help for men. It says in the trailer of Hitch, the cure for the common man. This is not a cure at all, man. This is actually irritating.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes everything worse because then you're just trying to apply tools and ideas all the time.
Yeah.
And I've said many times, or all of us who actually understand this whole game, we always said you don't need to focus too much on your tools. This is also why I don't like the POA market too much, because we always said you just gotta be a great man. Just do your thing, live your life and do it properly.
Yeah.
Create greatness, and then women would just. Yeah, it will be pretty easy, actually. I mean, a little bit of game is fine, of course, and you will learn this along the way. But this kind of stuff, where you go into the date with like a whole tool set of things you have to take care of, and like a 37-point list of what you should be doing. I mean, how do you think this date is gonna go down?
Yeah. Also, like the whole movie Hitch, it's all about getting a girl fall in love with you. There's nothing else to it. There's nothing else to it. This is like the end goal of mankind. To finally find a girl, finally get laid, finally get that kiss on the third date or whatever. I don't know what the goal is. I think the goal is for Hitch to get someone to get married. I don't know. It's also this weird double morality. What's going on there?
Very is also something.
Yeah,
you
go. No, you go.
That confused me completely when I was watching it, because if you think about it, what Hitch actually does is telling men to behave in a way that women like it, to get them, basically. But this really only gets you into the door, like quite literally, of course. But what happens after that? Like, you cannot live a relationship that you've built on lies from the beginning, because that's not you, right? If you're faking that.
You also,
so at least after a few months, it'll go down the drain, because she will notice that you're not that person. So how does this even work? But then in the end, he manages to get people to get married. That's just bullshit.
Really, really weird, man. It's Also the way he has this kind of, he has this one condition when he's gonna help another person. Like, you remember there's this one guy in Hitch who's like I would say fuck boy or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm not gonna help you. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, he's like in the I'm gonna manipulate women into falling in love with me business, but like not for those kind of people, It's oh, come on, man. Hey, what exactly do you want?
This was very.
It's so irritating, man. It's so irritating. The movie doesn't know what it wants to be. Also, like, it's. I don't know. We're gonna get to it later. Let's get to this bullshit here first.
Yes. One thing after another.
Step 2. Give her compliments. I'm gonna read it now. Who doesn't like a nice compliment now and then? Just please don't give her fake praise, or she will kick your butt to the curb fast. Oh my god, Jesus, man. Okay. Make sure the compliment is genuine and sincere and not too deep. It's again the same thing, man. It's like, oh my god, I'm gonna do something right, but I'm gonna do. It's again, if you overdo it, I can guarantee this pointer will backfire big time. Flatter her a little, and she will reward you handsomely. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. She will reward you. Like,
Yeah,
what is he?
yeah.
What is he talking about? Like a blowjob on a toilet or what?
Yeah, handsomely,
Yeah.
That's. I mean, I would consider this handsomely, but maybe not her. I think the girl who wrote this, she must have been like 15, and just coming off
Yeah.
some random romantic shit flick books or whatever.
Yeah,
Because
I would also say she's like 15, but then I take a look at who wrote Hitch, and those were like grown ass men who made the movie, who wrote the script, who directed the movie.
Hold on.
This is not made by a
The
girl.
movie was written by men.
Yes, this is not written by a girl. I can
The
let me look it up on the IMDb, man. It's no wait, let me do it here. Yeah. This is
Alright,
really this was really confusing, man. Because I didn't know, but I was paying attention to the credits. I didn't recognize any name, obviously, but yeah. I was watching and saying, oh, those are men who made this movie, and I can see from a, how do I put this right, from a economical standpoint, this is probably a movie that came out in summer, and this is like a movie that always sells well. It came out in March. I put it on the screen. There we go. Yeah, Hitch 2005, directed by Andy Tennant, writer Kevin Bish. Those are all men. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe the only thing I could imagine here is that the studio had the idea. All right, we need another shit flick. You two guys are gonna do it.
Yeah.
Think of something cool, maybe this and that idea, and flash it out. This is the only thing. Or they were one of the first trans people, maybe, I don't know, and they actually like that.
Maybe. Yeah, but why did Matrix turn out to be that well then? That's the question, man. I'd rather have like trans people doing this great movie than having two guys doing this bullshit, man. It's really oh my god. Yeah. Never heard about those people again. And Tennant, Kevin Bish, don't know who they are.
I guess
wonder why. Yeah. 6.6 my ass. Jesus, man.
That's a very good rating for this movie.
Absolutely, man. Yeah.
That's confusing to me. Maybe because of Will Smith, because people like him, but yeah.
Yeah, what's the deal with Will Smith? See, I don't want to be like. See, I'm glad I didn't have to pay for it, in any way to watch the movie. I kept waiting for it to get better, like good, interesting, funny, something, In the case of I would say it's like one of those movies where all the good parts were already in the trailer, but there weren't any good parts in the trailer, so that's a problem. But yeah, speaking of Will Smith, of course he's like back in 2005. He was like, I believe, Hollywood's hottest. He was in every movie. Pretty popular. Did stuff like I Am Legend and stuff like that. He's pretty much Hollywood's hottest actor there. And see, I'm a bit biased because of what happened, obviously, with the thing with his wife, and also taking a look at his kids kind of make me disrespect him. But I'm trying to separate this. Let's just talk Will Smith as an actor, because as a human being I also cannot judge him because I don't know him personally. But from what I can tell he's must have some issues. But as an actor, like merely as an actor, I can say I want to like his movies. This one was definitely too hard, but yeah. For example, there's like this one really really cheesy bullshit movie. It's called I, Robot. I don't know if you know it. I used to watch it as a kid, and I was a stupid kid, man. There was like a time when I was watching the same movie every day. It's so crazy to look back on it now, but yeah, I kind of like it. I would say Will Smith is the most overrated actor in Hollywood. I don't know. What's your take on him?
Yeah, that's actually quite interesting because funny you mentioned I wrote because I actually like that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, it's of course cheesy because of the idea behind it, but
Yeah.
the unfolding of how it's done, I thought it was quite nice. It had its classic, let's call it woke moments in it,
Mm.
which for some reason Will Smith seems to have in most of his movies, as far as I can recall.
Yeah.
And actually, I mean, he's done like I don't know how many movies, but I'm currently completely blanking on other movies he did, and that's telling something, isn't it?
Yeah, so see, when I think of him, I think in I Am Legend. I'm thinking this bullshit movie
Oh yeah,
Hancock and stuff like that. So
oh
there
yeah,
really
right.
there weren't much. There weren't many movies where I was like, wow, this was like. He was doing like some kind of what's he doing, like Pursuit of Happiness? Is it called in English?
Oh yeah,
Stuff
Pursuit
like
of
that.
Happiness.
Yeah, it's like those no, I don't this. I think this is even harder than Hitch. I'm sure I wouldn't be able to stand this movie. Oh my god. I
Did
never
you
I
see
never
it?
I never watched it, but I just can't. I already know what kind of movie this is. Like Will Smith trying to lecture me on middle class America. Get out of here, man. No, no, no. I'm not gonna watch this.
Yeah, I actually did watch it
Hmm.
once, I think. And yeah,
I fucking
it's
tear
really
tearjerker, right?
it's really the whole movie is actually just him trying to find a good job in the
Hmm.
corporate world, and that's his happiness, which was kind of ironic to me. Um, and he has a nagging wife because he doesn't get shit done. Like a lot of these things made sense to me, and people were like, oh, why is she such a bitch to him? I'm like,
Hmm.
because he hasn't achieved anything.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious. But yeah, actually, one good movie I came came to my mind, and I just forgot the fucking name. Is it called Seven or something like that?
I think Seven is with
Um,
Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt.
or 7 pounds?
Oh right, yeah. I know which one.
7 pounds.
I know
I think
which one.
that's yeah,
Yep,
where
yep.
he saves 7 people because yeah, I mean the idea
Yeah,
is
yeah. I remember that one.
by giving them his organs and killing him in the end to
Hmm.
give all of them to these people because he in an accident killed 7 people, so he had to
Mm.
yeah bring balance to nature. I think the idea is obviously very esoteric, but the movie was actually well done. I
Hmm.
gotta admit
Hmm.
that, and he was playing it very well. This is really something I remember.
Which is
Other movies
yeah, yeah,
I just see there. Men in Black, obviously,
yeah.
Bad Boys, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
what would you say? Do you think he fits better with like a comedic role or with a actually serious role? What would you say?
The thing is, if he puts in the work, he's actually a very good actor, in my opinion. He can do it,
Mm-hmm.
like he did with 7 pounds. But this kind of role doesn't really fit him, in my opinion. I think there are other actors which fit the serious roles better. So I actually also think he had most success with his funny movies, like Man in Black, for example, or
Yeah,
Bad
yeah.
Boys. I remember Wild Wild West.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh, Independence Day. How could I forget about that?
Oh, I found another good one. Enemy of the State. This is
Oh,
this
right.
excellent, very good movie. Yeah. Mm,
Yeah, so he had he had a
yeah.
bunch of good movies, I would say, yeah. But he also did like what 50 movies or something. So at
Mhm.
some point you gotta hit a good one, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, another great one was Gemini Man, right? That was
Oh yeah.
that
God,
was
Jesus, man.
great.
Oh my God, Suicide Squad. Oh my
Oh
God.
shit.
Oh my God. You think you're gonna watch this stuff like that on Red Smoke one day, man? As
Oh
soon as
god,
we get.
Suicide Squad. Yeah, if you really want to torture me, then make me rewatch this movie.
Oh, you have
Uh,
already watched it.
I did,
Jesus,
yes.
man. Yeah, yeah. No, I gotta come up with a more creative idea to torture, man. Because Hitch
Alright.
was hard. I gotta find something even worse than that. No,
Alright.
I'm gonna come up with something. All right. Yeah. Let's get back to this wonderful article. Yeah.
Yes, I already saw a little bit into the third point, and I already liked it. So
What does
please
but,
read
but
it.
but we're gonna help me out, man. My English is not the best. What does support her royally actually mean? is this like slang? I don't know if I actually don't know what it means.
No, it means pedestalizing. I
Oh,
think that's
okay.
actually the intention behind it.
Oh yeah, it also says think of this like you might a cheerleader. You need to show her you will be there to encourage her and to support her in her daily battles. This doesn't mean you have to agree with everything. Every fucking time she says, "Hey, you gotta do it this way, but don't do it too much." But
Yes.
like also do. This doesn't mean you have to agree with everything she does and says. That would make you a pushover puppet. Yes. However, you should show her you appreciate and you respect her for her life choices. Well, okay, if my girlfriend is like a straight up Nazi and she wanna commit genocide on a certain kind of people, I should respect her, appreciate her for her life choices, right?
Yes, of course. I mean, that's her life choices. It's not your business.
Just plain magical in the dating game. But okay, after all, I just want to get laid. So or no, I don't want to get laid. I want to make a girl fall in love with me. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's also funny. Like, I really want to know the details on how do I show her on the first date that I support her in her daily battles. Like, how do I do this?
hmm.
I'm just really curious. That's bullshit, man. It's yeah.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
this really
Yeah.
the third point definitely makes you pedestalize women and this girl then especially. And this is a surefire way to not achieve anything
Hmm.
with girls.
Yeah,
Because
it's the whole mindset of the article. It's kind of like, okay, how can I make a girl fall in love with me? This is like your whole focus on life. This actually reads like a full time job, you know,
yes,
as funny as it sounds, but it is. And yeah, I don't know what to say, man. It's like you know, I never want to stand on the other side of the river and it's like, yeah, I know the truth and I know how it works, and you should listen to me, but it's really interesting because when I read stuff like that, it's like 1,000 red flags in my mind come up. I was like, oh, this is wrong. This is so
yeah.
wrong. And
I think the best way to put it is we don't know the exact way in which it will work. Obviously, not. Nobody
mhm,
can know because people are different. But I can tell you exactly what doesn't work, and this is
mhm,
one of it.
yeah,
Because that absolutely does not work in no case. I think
yeah.
this person, whoever wrote that, definitely watched too many Disney movies.
Yeah, it's like you said it, like a 12, 14 year old, but yeah, it's movies like Hitch. It's a series
Yes.
like Friends or How I Met Your Mother that still feeds grown men and grown people this fucking idea. You know, we talked about this I think in Twilight with this.
Yes.
You put up a snippet where it said Hollywood's biggest lie or something like that. I don't
Yes.
remember it, and yeah, this is basically it. This whole romance thing.
Yeah, it keeps repeating itself.
I don't want. Yeah, I don't want to demonize it, but it is kind of dangerous, man, to buy into this lie because it doesn't have anything to do with reality. And I don't say romance cannot exist in reality. It just doesn't look like in the movies. It actually, I believe when I was like a teenager, like 14, 16, I would watch a movie like that. And I was like, I want to have something like that as well. Now I'm watching those movies, and I'm like, I don't even want to have what the people in the movies have. This actually looks terrible to me.
Yes, exactly. This is really the key. Like, if I would not just having to think of 37 things I need to take care of when I'm
Yeah.
on a date, which, like, if I read this article, I would say, all right, fuck that. I'm not gonna date her. That's just too much work. I'm just gonna do something else. And yeah, so yeah, but also what they do in the movies. You're right. It's all so fake. I mean,
Hmm.
obviously they're acting, of course. I mean, yeah, sure, but it just seems like I wouldn't want it. There's no authenticity in that. I mean, we talked about, or we actually had the movie Constantine on the
Hmm.
podcast, right?
Hmm.
And we talked about the beautiful chemistry between
Absolutely, yeah.
the two male and female characters in there. And I thought this is something I would like in real life.
Hmm.
This sort of relationship. I mean, they're not really together, but something could potentially come out of that. And this is really something because it's based in reality, and more authentic than these made up bloomy things they always put in these stupid ass shit flicks. Sorry for language there.
You talked about realistic stuff, and I think we need to talk briefly about the dialogue in Hitch, because this is like you talk about like realistic and chemistry and all that, and that's one thing that really bugged me. The people in this movie, they don't talk like real human beings. The dialogue, the fucking dialogue in Hitch, it's like Will Smith is reading like from this Hallmark cards. You know, what's he saying? Like, yeah, love is jumping out of an airplane. You never know when you're gonna land. Or it's just some stuff like that. Some fucking stuff like that. It's total utter garbage, man. People don't talk like that. You know.
Yes, that was what I was thinking when I saw this.
Yeah.
This scene.
Cringe,
like,
man.
Nobody in reality, in the thousands of years we are on this planet, or millions rather, nobody ever said that. That just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And especially, why would you say that to a woman? Like, why? What does this do? What do you try to get out of this? I mean, because if anything, you're telling her to take a jump out of an airplane without a a parachute. Why would you do that? If you tell her that is so bad. If anything, you want to comfort her that being in love with you is fine and easy and chill. You don't want to tell her she is on the brink of dying.
Yeah, that people.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it's like Hollywood is feeding us with a straight lie, because in this movie, what I really would have loved to happen is that in the last scene, like, Will Smith would have turned up with a girl that's like 1,000 times hotter than Eva Mendes.
Yeah.
And she would have seen it and it's like, oh man, I fucked up. This would be like the perfect ending. There would be like, I would say realistic ending, but yeah, seeing how he ends up as this bumbling idiot, because he actually starts off as this very mature and very confident person, I would say, who, there's a few jokes there, but anyways. But in the end, he completely does a 180 turnaround and literally runs after this girl for no reason, and this is actually something that attracts her, even, you know. That's the thing that bugged me. And people are gonna watch this movie and it's like, yeah, it's gonna work out. Girls love it when I run after them like a fucking puppy, basically. Yeah.
Yes, this is another lie that's actually been told by Hollywood for ages now. Is that, you know, he's this cool guy in the beginning. He just knows how women operate. He knows everything. He knows how to manipulate them, and probably, I mean, it isn't in the movie, I think, but he probably lays a bunch of girls all the time.
Sure.
Because why wouldn't he? And then he just needs to find that one love that changes him completely to be the nice guy he always was underneath. That is the idea Hollywood tells you. And Hitch really has it to the end, fully.
Yeah, also like this. Yeah, there was also like this elaborate dates. I mean, he was getting to know this girl in the bar. You were mentioning this fucking awful scene where he's like doing the same thing the guy did before him. Yeah, it would be all nice if we had like thousands of dollars to go jet skiing around the East River. Does a dating coach make that much money? I have like this private tour of Ellis Island, and oh my god, man! Get me started on the date there. Oh my god,
that was hard to watch. I actually liked when he kicked her in the face. That was kind of funny. For many reasons, but. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's I don't even know how I put this.
What's wrong with taking a girl to a coffee, man? Just get to a coffee, talk to her for an hour or two. That's it, man.
You know,
what's going on with this fucking doing?
It's wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know. Apparently, you need to spend $1,000 or $5,000, I don't even know, on a date for a girl, which is really just. It's not even that special.
Yeah, I mean, the question is, what is a girl gonna think of you if you don't know anything about her, but you already getting spoiled? I don't say it's wrong to spoil your girlfriend, like a girl you loved, a girl that has proved being loyal to you and that is doing things for you. Then it's actually my pleasure, I would say, to spoil her with like gifts and nice dates and all stuff. But spoiling her with like the most awesome date, like doing jet ski on the Hudson River and then exploring Ellis Island and all stuff, like a private tour. God knows how much that costs for the first date.
Yes.
And come on, who is this girl? This is so weird. It would come across as desperate. This is something that Hollywood doesn't acknowledge. Yes, Will Smith is like a sexy motherfucker in this movie, and also in real life he has been. But this would come across as desperate, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. I actually think if you did this in real life to a, I mean, in the movie, she's a regular girl, right? She's not some sort of royalty.
There's like
She's
a
regular.
gossip columnist, yeah.
Yes, exactly. So if she would be spotted like that on the first date, I think she would actually be repelled and kind of confused, like what is this dude trying? Is he trying to buy into my pants, or what's going on?
Yeah,
Here?
yeah.
I think this would be the thought process in that girl's mind, and it's also this idea again that that Hollywood is trying to propose there, that any woman has so much value in her that you need to put her on this empress pedestal, the queen. So she needs proper. Yeah, you need to be at her feet with the $5,000 first date,
Jeez,
and then she might let you into her cave, so to speak.
Yeah.
If you put enough effort into it, and this is just the classic Hollywood lie.
Definitely.
Another one. I think
Yeah.
I think Hitch has all of them, all of the lies.
Yeah, so I probably should have done a bingo or something. We've got everything. Yeah, bullshit shit flick bingo, Red Smoke edition, coming soon, man. I'm gonna do one of those, man. I'm gonna do one of those for next.
Yeah, of course.
Number 4, how to make a girl fall in love with you. Number 4, don't be afraid to play the chivalry card. Oh, this one's nice. This is where you are going to capture her attention and rock her world. Wow. Okay. Too many guys today seem to forget their manners. When you treat, geez, to nowadays, come on, man. Nowadays, have you seen this fucking Gillette commercial? What kind of guy nowadays forgets their manners, man? I actually looked up this article is from 2017, I guess. So yeah, still pretty accurate.
Yeah, because I was going to say, if you are, because there was, this is the line that comes later. Open the door for her, pull out her chair, dude. If you do that these days, then you are oppressing her, man. I mean,
yeah.
No man would actually do this. She can do everything alone. She doesn't need no man.
Sure.
So why would you do that?
When you treat,
it's already outdated.
Yeah, it says when you treat a lady properly. It would also not surprise me if there would be like among those 37 points, if there would be like a point where it says the complete opposite, like let her be independent, let her do something on her own, like stuff like that, something that would completely contradict that point. I can totally see that already. Yeah. When you treat a lady properly, it will never ever go out of style. And then what you said, open the door for her, pull out her chair, give her your coat on a chilly evening. Just get her own coat, man. When you show her she's worth being treated specially, you will be squeezing her. Yeah, but that's the thing. She's gotta be worth being treated specially, right? You're not being worth being treated specially just by birth.
But that is exactly what they think.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Hollywood telling you again that all women just by birth, because they are women, are special. And for me, if I'm on a first date, then I'm trying to figure that out, what kind of woman she is. Because I know nothing about her, right? How can I treat her special if I know nothing? So this doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, also, the next point is gonna be great.
Okay. Also, the question is this something that actually turns women on?
I don't think so.
I really, like, it's, of course, it's hard for me to like empathize with a girl. I don't know what a girl thinks in that moment, but I imagine I'm a girl going out with a guy, and he does all this stuff, like open the door for me, pull out her chair. The first thing I would come up in my mind is he has some kind of agenda. He wants something. Why is he so nice to me? You know. This would be the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm just trying to understand it. I could be wrong, of course, but I would be very skeptic. I was like, why is he acting like this? Why is he so super nice? This is not natural, you know.
This is especially an issue in today's time. I mean, back in the days, this was normal, right? But today, especially with the consent talk and all of this kind of bullshit, and feminism, wokeism, women are told they don't want that, and men are told they shouldn't be doing it because women can do everything themselves.
Yep.
So yes, this would be probably the first thought that comes up. Back in the days, it was normal, right? But we don't live in this
Hmm.
in these times anymore.
Yeah, the madman times, I think. Or
Yes,
even
exactly.
a little bit earlier, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, even
40s.
earlier, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. When you show her she's
Next
worth
point
being
is
treated.
great.
Yeah. Yeah, give it a shot. Number 5, give her all your attention. All of your attention. Jesus, Mary Christ. Okay. I'm gonna read out
This
loud.
is
It's gonna get scrolled up on the stream in a few seconds. Give her all of your attention. I know this one isn't so easy considering the technology we got to our fingertips. But if you are
what?
serious about showing this girl you deserve to have her fall in love with you, then you need to keep all eyes on her.
Oh my
Okay.
God! You
Okay.
deserve to have her fall in love
Oh,
with you.
this.
What the
Oh.
fuck? Wow, this is the toughest sentence I've ever had to read, man. And I've read a bunch of shit, but you have to deserve to have her fall in love with you.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my
Damn, I don't
god.
even I'm lost of words there.
Mm.
That's
Oh,
tough.
next one is nice. This means putting your phone away. I would agree with that. I'm not really
Of course.
like okay, chilling on my phone. I also don't do this when I'm with other guys. It just doesn't matter. It's just disrespectful in any way.
Yes,
And
exactly.
definitely not watching other girls walk into the room. Yeah, I mean,
I'm just gonna stop watching people at all. Just
I
complete
mean,
focus on her.
define watching. Like, am I not allowed to break eye contact with the girl next to me and just like maybe it's like my animalistic side that I want to check my environment. I want to see who comes in and comes out. Maybe a terrorist is coming in, dating terrorist. Who knows, right? Uh,
Yes.
yeah, this is like yeah. Obviously, don't do this, man. Oh my god, I just don't know what to say, man.
Yeah, I think what I guess it's she's talking about there is like if you are on a date and you constantly ogle other girls.
Yep.
I mean, of course,
Yeah.
that's yeah, but this reads like I'm not allowed to look at another woman, which will be tough. Like, what if the waitress is female? What am I gonna do then? Look on the ground when I talk to her?
Yeah. It's like, oh my god. Yeah. Last sentence also very important. You will come across as a prick if you can't give her your full attention. The choice is yours. Well, thank you. Thank you
Dude,
very
this is
much.
written from such a high point. It's kind of crazy actually.
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
Like,
what kind of princess has written this, man? It's really,
yes,
really tough. And yes, I already checked it up, but I couldn't find a picture or a Twitter handle or
mm.
anything. So, yeah, unfortunately, really.
Also,
Yeah.
one thing I wanted to add there because
Mhm.
that's really been the biggest issue for most men I've worked with in the past and or talked to rather about this whole topic. Whenever they had issues in their marriage or relationship or whatever, it usually was because they've been giving their girl too much attention, like
Mhm.
everything, and then withdrawing that a little bit was actually helpful because then she realized that she isn't the only thing he has in his life. He has other
Mhm.
things to go for his life and is his own person and not just a servant to the princess. So yeah, definitely do not believe what is written there, gentlemen. Anyone who's listening, uh, yeah, it's a recipe for disaster.
Definitely. Yeah.
But it's funny for me at least.
Yeah, the internet is full of those. I just had to like pick one. It's full of those articles like 20 ways, 45 ways. I thought 37 is a nice number, but it's essentially it's always the same. Always
Yeah,
get the
of
same
course.
kind of tips and yeah, it's really tough. I mean, you just gotta take a look at the divorce rate nowadays, or how many people are single, or you have seen this crazy thing that how many men between 80 and 30 are still virgins, and it's like 25%
All
of all
right.
men are still virgins, right? And that's like, yeah, maybe some of those articles are wrong, maybe, just maybe.
Yeah, but this really, if you think about it, how much this is pushed, not just on these articles, but
Oh yeah,
virtually everywhere.
yeah.
And yeah, then you just need to look at statistics, as you just said, and you will see how the general narrative in the media and society it must be bullshit. Because if it were right, then these statistics wouldn't happen, right? Like suicide rate, divorce rate, disvirgin rate. This wouldn't be a thing if this stuff would actually work, right?
Yeah.
But then if you tell people the actual truth, you're a misogynistic asshole. But I'm fine with that.
Jesus, man. Number 6, tell her how much you enjoy spending time with her. This can come in all sorts of different shapes and forms. You can tell her face to face that you really enjoy hanging out with her. Another route is to drop her a text or email to make sure she knows that she's on your mind. Or you can drop her, you can drop her a line on social media.
Oh, God.
They just want to make it crystal clear. It bonus points if you don't make it into a direct message, but you post it on her wall or something like that.
Yes.
That's even better. You just want to make it crystal clear that you like being with her. She needs to know that if you're going to be successful, making her fall in love with you.
What? I don't understand the last sentence.
Okay, I'm going to repeat. She needs to know that if you are going to be successful, making her... Oh, I don't understand it at all. And again, she needs to know that...
This doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's just like a broken syntax or something. What the hell, man? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, like back in the days, Facebook, just post on her wall how much you love her, and we're in a relationship.
That's the way it is, man. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
Jesus, no, I completely disagree with that, man. It's like, also, isn't it more powerful to like show her that you like spending time with her instead of telling her? It's like I know every human being loves subtext more than direct stuff. It's always about like showing this. And if you spend time with a girl for like 3 hours at a coffee shop and you laugh about all these things and tell all those funny stories, you don't have to say stuff like that.
Yes.
It's unnecessary. It's an overkill.
I think if I like, for example, like the first date with my wife was actually also very, very long, and we had a lot of fun. And if I at the end had said, actually really enjoy spending time with you, she would have said, no shit. I can tell.
Yeah.
Like, why would she need to say that when it's obvious? And I totally agree. Words are cheap, actions are not. So if you show it, that's much more worth than just telling her. Like, if you're never around, but then you say you'll enjoy spending time with her. I mean, that's quite interesting, isn't it?
Still waiting for the first point that I would agree with. Number 7, this is something that really... I know what it means, but I don't know what it means, man. Nurture the love. What the fuck? I gotta read it out loud. You need to stand out, and in order to do this, you got to take care of the little things. Give her flowers, or this shit. Give her flowers or some sort of surprise just because. I love the argumentation. Give her flowers just because.
Yeah, nice.
Don't wait until a special occasion to show her how you feel. This will help to make her feel loved and appreciated, and that's a direct route to making her fall in love with you. End of the story. So it sounds like she didn't want to make this point. She's like, get this off my chest.
Yeah, but I had this feeling throughout this whole article because it's always this headline and then it's 2 paragraphs, which is just filler words. The whole point could be done in 1 sentence. And at this point, you really just say, end of story. Fuck it. I don't care.
Oh my god.
But also, I don't understand what this all means.
Yeah.
You've got to take care of the little things. How do I know this in the beginning? That's why I'm dating her, to find that out.
Give her flowers just because. Oh my god, man. No, it's just...
because... No, actually, it isn't just because you're supposed to nurture the love. This is why you're giving her flowers. So it's not just...
Yeah, also like this notion of, she's gonna love me more if I gift her with a bunch of flowers. Like, no. Just no. She's not gonna automatically love you more if you do stuff like that. This is bullshit. It's always like I sometimes see people at the airport or at the normal store having this business suit and all that, and they have this huge bunch of flowers in their hand. And I was like, oh, I believe your marriage is going downhill. It's the first thing that I think of, always. Oh, yeah. I see it. I
Yeah,
see it works
that's
out.
it's
Yeah.
also it's funny that the want to talk about nurturing the love, and apparently when I read this point,
Hmm.
all that love is about is flowers and
Yeah.
gifts.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's love there for you,
Yeah.
gentlemen. Now you know. Great. We learned something today.
Number 8. Mr. Clean is a good thing. Shit. Truth to be told, if you're leaving your dirty socks on the floor and the sink filled with your dishes, you're killing the romance. Girls like it clean, and that means you need to make every effort to clean up after yourself and not leave it to her, no matter what she says. Yeah, see, no shit, but don't leave your house like a fucking yeah. Don't leave the dishes dirty because of a girl. Don't do it because of yourself. It's like that doesn't have to do anything with a girl. I don't want to live in a house like that, anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Also, have you seen the rooms with some girls? I mean, it's worse than
Yeah,
that. So it's not just the man. But anyway, I like the last sentence.
You should know. You should know by now that girls say one thing and mean another more often than not. This sounds like an Jesus Mary Christ, fuck this shit. Like it or lump it.
Also, the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it or lump it because that's just the way it is. Wow. Wow. This actually proves her previous point. You should know by now that girls say one thing and mean another one often enough. This is the first fucking sentence I agree with.
Yes.
Yeah, because because this mirrors the whole article. She points up 37 points. What she actually means is, I want to find a man who doesn't give a shit about those 37 points, but has the balls to do so.
Yes.
But that's just my 2 cents.
Exactly.
I could be wrong, man. That's yeah.
No, I think it's true. Also, I like it because it's just the way it is. That is again written from a very high horse there, like the whole article, which is really. This is turning me off there so much because you just know this girl, whoever
Yeah.
wrote this, is either very young and just has a completely skewed idea of what love is, or it's just a royal bitch. One of the two things.
Yeah. Jeez, man. Number 9 is really confusing. Music makes the heart grow fonder. There's just something about a man that sings. Girls go crazy about it. Now I gotta be a singer as well, or what? Jeez, man, what the fuck? Guess there's just something about a bad boy rock star. This doesn't mean you
she's
have.
gotta be sure.
Jeez, I don't get it. Is she like? Is this ironic? This doesn't mean you have to be a rocker to get a girl. I love this. There's something about a bad boy rock star, but this doesn't mean that you have to be a rock star. Oh, come on! What am I doing with my
Make
life, man?
yourself in one sentence.
What
I
am
like it.
what am I doing with my life? But if you got some singing skills in your back pocket, that's a good thing. If not, just show her you're passionate in some other genre. Passion is perfect when combined with love. Okay.
Wait, so is it about passion or about music?
Don't
I
know,
don't
man.
understand.
Don't know.
You gotta be a rocker, man. And you gotta sing.
Jeez,
That's
man.
great.
So yeah, honey, here's this super new cool dubstep song by Skrillex. I'm super passionate about it. Now let's get laid. Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's shit. Number 10, funny is in. When you show a girl you can be lighthearted and funny, you're one step closer to getting her walls down so you can jump in. What does
Wow,
what does that even mean, man? Is this like
that
code or?
meant
Okay, I kind of like where this article goes, man. Yeah, but I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that, man. I myself I'm a huge endorser of someone being lighthearted and funny. It's there's something I think good about not taking yourself too seriously, and like
Yep.
non-ironically, I would agree with that. Yeah.
I also like how point 10 and 11 are contradicting each other.
Oh
immediately.
yes, oh yes. We're gonna do this back to back. Laughter is the
Yes.
best medicine, and when you show a girl you can be funny, or at least try, you will get into her heart and mind fast. Okay. So let loose and get a little silly if you're serious about getting a girl for keeps. Next step, play it cool. Literally the sentence before, let loose and get a little silly, but then play it cool. What the fuck? What?
Like if you read that as a man,
What?
and you read point 10 and 11 right after that,
Yeah.
like I would be completely confused. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do
Yeah,
now?
yeah,
Am I supposed to be funny
yeah.
and silly and singing, or am I supposed to be cool? Like,
What is happening, man? Fish says no, level 11 play cool. The very last thing a girl wants is a high-strung man that just can't play it cool. I also like this. She probably says it 10 times in this article. The very last thing a girl wants. It's like
yes.
they have 10 points there, man. If you show her, you get the innate ability to diffuse spicy situations and shrug off the small things. You're going to show her straight up. She'd be crazy not to fall in love with you. Just just trust me on this one, please.
I like the plea.
This is not how you do an argument, man. This oh my god. Just trust me on this one,
Yeah,
please.
trust me, I'm right. You know.
Yeah,
Just
but
believe-
I like just because a little bit more, and you know why? Just because.
yeah. You know
Number
what
two.
this reminds me of?
Yeah.
This whole article I've watched once. A speech by Ajax, you know, Alexander Cortez.
Yes, yes.
This guy. Where he was talking about masculine archetypes, etc. And he had one of his clients was a girl,
Mm-hmm.
a fitness girl. He had her for like 10 years or something, training with him. And he said in the beginning she had this huge list of things he wanted in her perfect man, like 37. It was actually more than that, like 2 pages full of stuff he needs to be, like funny and cool, like, you know, you see the point. And he said after the 10 years, he asked her again, what's his her list, and she said, "Yeah, I really just want a man who is nice to me." So it went from like 50 or 100 points to 1. Just be nice.
Oh my
Not a
god.
nice guy kind of thing, but just someone who isn't an asshole. And it's funny because this always happens. In the beginning, they have this Disney idea of all the things they want
Yeah.
in a man, everything he needs to be, which is virtually everything. He needs to be everything. But reality comes in hard, and
Also, I want to do a little callback to point 10 where she says funny is in. And there's one thing that comes to my mind because, we also talk a little bit about Hitch today, and there is a bit of humor in this movie, you know, and I think that's a nice way to put it when we talk about funny is in. What is your take on the humor? Because, you know, I would say it's like a rom-com movie, but it came across as way more serious in the end than it actually should be. I laughed louder at Adam Sandler movies, and they are worse.
oh yeah,
They're
oh,
worse.
God.
The Adam Sandler movies are terrible, but there are few scenes. There's some movies that are like, yeah, okay, I could get a little chuckle out. But something about, like, when we talk about fun, we got to talk about humor. Something about the humor in this movie was absolutely just wrong. I don't know. What's your take on that one? What
Oh
do you
yeah, I
think?
think it was absolutely like complete bad.
Mm.
The whole humor in it. As I said in the beginning, the funniest thing was when he kicked in the face. That was kind of funny to me, for many reasons. Maybe because I didn't like the movie,
Mm.
but yeah, actually, the scene where he has this. Because he ate these oysters. or
Oh, this
whatever,
allergic reaction that he had.
Yes.
Yeah.
that was so hard to watch for me. I remember that. I really wanted to turn off. I think I actually grabbed my phone and because that was it was some really stupid humor.
Yeah.
Really stupid. Something I usually. This is also what I equate with Adam Sandler movies. Most of them are really dumb humor.
Yes.
And, like, really-
yes.
As you said, some of them you can get a chuckle out, yeah, but most of it is just stupid.
Yeah.
But especially with the humor in. I don't even remember if there are any other scenes that are funny.
Yeah,
in
see,
Hitch.
there's this one scene that really pissed me off, like genuinely pissed me off. See the fact that Kevin James can't dance,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's not something that would exactly catch anybody off guard, you know. And therefore in a movie it is not funny, you know. That's I don't know why this is like all over in the trailers and all that, and it's just no, it's just not funny.
Isn't that also the thing that makes her like about him? That he
Yeah, his
he
his
dances
his
so freely?
silly side, so to speak, right?
Oh yeah, right. Oh god, there's also so much in this because that was also funny to me because she is apparently this. What is she? A CEO or something of some huge company? Like the girl
Yeah,
Kevin James' character.
Allegra or something. It's
Yes.
short. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the one he tries to fall in love with.
yeah.
And if I remember correctly, she is the CEO or something, but she has absolutely no authority whatsoever as being the head of the company, which is just bullshit, right? Because how would that happen? There were so many things in there that just didn't make any sense. That's the crazy thing for me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's, yeah.
to get back to the point, sorry, Kevin James is the character there who has this silly side, and this is what she falls in love with. Yeah, no, don't think so, and especially not how stupid he looks doing this dance. I don't think any woman would like that.
Yeah,
Like, imagine
yeah, yeah.
you're in the club or at a party, whatever, and especially in her case, she's like CEO, so there are royal, like big parties with, yeah, people wearing suits and cocktail dresses or whatever they're called, and then you have your husband dancing like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I don't think that works out in real life. I just don't think so.
I mean, I believe the reaction, the natural reaction a girl would have is like, "Aw, he's cute," you know, but not like, yeah, I want to have his kids one day, you know.
Yes, exactly.
Like, yeah, if you want to be the guy who girls say to, "Oh, he's a cute one. You can talk. I can talk about anything I want with him." Yeah, act like him, man. Act like him. But apart from that, it's yeah. You have like this. You have this stupid scene. Really, Kevin. It's this slapstick humor, straight up slapstick humor for low IQ people gonna laugh their ass off about this. Yeah, it's like someone falling down the stairs. Basically, that's it. A fat sitcom actor making a fool of himself. We are, you know, the only thing that lacks in this movie is like a laugh track in the background. You know,
Oh yeah.
just like that would be we're pretty much supposed to laugh hysterically whenever he starts to dance like a jackass. You know, cue everybody dance now. But why would a straight accountant also behave in such a way, right? He must have been someone important in his company, isn't he?
Yeah, I think
Uh,
because in that meeting he is apparently also he's saying something later. I mean, I forgot all this bullshit word that actually helps her in the company. So he has some sort of authority, at least to some degree. However this works, I mean, it's a stupid movie, so it doesn't make sense. But still, I actually felt like he has more authority in this company than she does, which is quite funny.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like
But yeah,
I wouldn't say yeah tough guys don't dance, but yeah, I actually would say that. Yeah.
it is the scene, right, where Will Smith's character actually tells him what his dance should be, like only moving from one leg to the other. This
Yeah,
is his
yeah,
whole space, right?
yeah,
I remember the scene,
yeah.
and this is what he does. And it's actually good advice in that case because if it's not that men cannot dance. I mean, if you know a good dance, that's fine. You know,
Yeah,
women like it.
yeah.
But in most cases, that you don't actually have the opportunity to do that. And if you're in this club or on this party or whatever, then just stumping from one leg to the other is actually better than what he does. So this is actually good advice from the
Yeah,
date doctor
yeah.
there. Yeah, but the movie contradicts itself, much like the article. And it's actually a good thing that he does his stupid ass dance because she likes it. And yes, that's just bullshit.
Oh my god.
But yeah, this is really what I didn't like about this whole thing. The humor, which is also very forced, as you said, because you're supposed to laugh now when you see the scene.
Yeah,
And
I can almost hear the people in the cinema like laughing their ass off, and yeah, it's like this collective laughing track in the background.
yeah,
I can already hear it, man.
it's kind of painful that actually. Is it painful? I don't know that Will Smith sold himself for this movie, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe like
back in the days, I'd be like, yeah, why did you make shit like that? Nowadays, I'd be like, yeah, you could be glad having a role like that.
yeah, I guess
This
so.
is yeah.
But also, I think I saw once. I think you mentioned this as well that Will Smith was actually at some point in question to be Neo for the Matrix.
Yeah, and his
Uh,
agent was like, "No, don't do it. That's a movie that's not gonna be successful." And yeah, see where Keanu Reeves is nowadays, and you see where Will Smith is, right?
exactly. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Also, but because he said that some decisions he made in his career, and I think every actor has this. weren't so great. And I wonder if Hitch is one of that, or if he actually likes it. I would like to ask him.
Well, given his own personal life, I would probably say he likes it. Or
Yeah, I
not,
guess so
or
too.
not anymore. I don't know. No, it's not an excuse. I'd say, like, for example, look at people like Robert Pattinson, who started off with the worst in the worst possible way, and yeah, kind of get the curve now, kind of make something out of them. So it's definitely a way.
Yes, exactly. There is
Yeah.
a way, but I think he doesn't really care about it. I think he just likes it,
Mm,
which is weird. But
well,
yeah, I guess. But again, as you said, it explains everything else that happens in his life, with women especially, and his kids. Yeah.
absolutely. All right, we're back at the glorious article "How to Make a Girl Fall in Love with You." We're at number 12. Now this is something interesting. I'm gonna. I wish I could bet some money on it, but I'm not doing it. But number 12 is connect with friends and family. And I'll hope that like there's some point where it's like, yeah, give a shit on friends and family. Like just for the sake of contradict yourself. Connect with friends and family number 12. It's gonna appear on the screen in a few seconds. You are certified crazy if you don't think this girl's friends and family aren't going to influence her decision to open up to you or not. Would you agree with that point or no? Do you think her friends have a saying? I wouldn't say necessarily family. I don't believe in that, but would you say friends?
Yeah, this is also a very interesting point. I've recently read an email from, oh God, was it Pat Stedman? I don't know exactly.
Mm.
Because he was talking about this. There was recently in the manosphere, talk about this, because one dude said that your new girlfriend shouldn't actually have any friends.
Mm.
And obviously, this stirred up some shitstorm.
Yeah, sure.
And this girl wouldn't like it. The reasoning was, especially these days, with all the whoring around, if she has a group of friends that don't want a relationship, for example, or not interested and actually hate men, which is common these days, right? Then this will be bad energy she receives all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think, yes, they do play a role to some degree. Actually, for girls more so than men, I think, because they are more easily influenced by that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if this really has something to do with if she's gonna open up or not. That's kind of weird to me. I think that's up to you. Not
Yeah.
to. I don't think she's gonna go to her brother or something and ask, should I open up to this guy?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, the next sentence is really creeping me out a little bit. If you can get in her good books with the loved ones, she will get the encouragement she needs to fall in love with you. So do you think a girl needs like encouragement to fall in love with someone? This is it sounds like a decision, so to speak. Like yeah, I really want to fall for this guy, but I'm not like brave enough to do it. What?
It has two things in there. First of all, yeah, she needs encouragement to live with your toxic masculinity, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And get over that. And she needs her loved ones to tell her, oh, it's fine. He's a man, but he'll get over his toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
This is also it's contradicting herself again, because the whole article was really just that women don't need no man, right? And you need to really put yourself beneath her to actually make your worth of her.
Yep.
But then she needs encouragement from other people because she cannot make her own decisions. So what is it now?
Yeah, in that sense, let family and friends work for you in your quest. Having an outside source tell you that you should be with a guy really is magical. Yeah. How about just be a high value man? That's already enough. I feel like
That's really it. It's
Jeez,
funny
man.
how this is so easily summarized, but it is. And what I said many times before, the simplest solution is in most cases the correct one.
Yeah. Jeez, man. Yeah, imagine going to the date and say, and this girl doesn't fall for you. And it's like, but I did all those 37 points. Why didn't it work out?
Well, actually,
no. By logic, you cannot do all 37 points at once because some of them contradict each other. So yeah.
Yeah. On the topic of that, point 14, right, is actually contradicting an earlier one.
Oh yeah, giving her all the attention, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, number 13, keep it positive. If you don't have anything nice to say about her friends and family, make sure you keep it to yourself. Wow. Wow. It's like,
Oh, damn.
oh God. If your fucking friends are Ku Klux Klan or whatever, I'm gonna say stop meeting with them, man. What the fuck? What's going on? Jeez, I know I'm always like overacting here a little bit, but yeah, that's basically the essence of it. One of the worst things you can do is dish the people she loves and is connected with. Yeah, I'm sure this is something that might hurt her, but if it's for the better, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's the funny thing? The general idea of this point, let's call it a point, is actually quite obvious, right?
It's
I mean,
it's cancel culture at its best.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Not only, yeah, of course. Like, if I'm on the first date with a girl, I'm not gonna talk shit on her friends.
Yeah.
If I have my thoughts about this, I'm just not gonna see her again, you know, because I know the influence is there. So fuck that. But also, it means you should never tell people that there's something bad about their friends in their life.
Yeah.
And it's bullshit because actually I told my wife about one of her friends in the past that she's a bad influence. So if that's true, that wouldn't have worked out for me. So I'm real life evidence that point 13 is bullshit.
Absolutely. Yeah, but all the other points, we're gonna talk about that. Yeah. So number 14, contradicting an earlier point, I believe, giving it all your attention. Number 14, step away from time to time. The last thing you want to do is show this special girl that you have nothing but her. Huh? Completely agree with that, man. Finally.
Next. Yeah, completely agree.
That makes you out to be needy and insecure, and that's definitely not what you want. Finally, for the final fucking time, we got something that we can work with. Sure, it's important that you show her she's special to you, and it's gone. But you don't need to make her your everything just yet.
But wait, didn't she say I should make her everything in my life?
Yeah. But there she says, don't make her your everything just yet, which means okay, eventually that's gonna be the end goal. Take the time to hang out with other people, and that alone will make her fall hard for you. Okay. Jeez, man. So okay, there's this girl, right, and she really likes me. So if I hang out with some other guys, she's gonna fall hard for me, man. Wow. Oh my god. I love this article, man.
Next week is even better. That just forces her to work for your attention, and that's needed in the relationship world.
Yeah, but I kind of agree with that, sort of, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Of
course, I agree with that, but that completely contradicts giving her all my attention. She said earlier.
Yeah. I also like the fact that in this author's mind, the only thing people can do is meet with each other. You know.
Yeah.
Like if you don't, you know, of course I have all the time in the world to meet the girl of my dream girl of my life. But sometimes I should also hang out with other people. Dude, sometimes I should probably work, you know,
yes.
or improve myself a bit more. What the fuck? Like, I don't have like 24 hours every day to just hang out with people, man.
Yeah, I mean, this
what is this
point reads like you actually need to force yourself to not spend time with her and actually think of things you can do instead. like I have nothing else to do.
It reminds me of this whole How I Met Your Mother premise, you know? Like all those guys are going to work and every evening they meet in this bar and they drink and talk and stuff. It's like, no. And it's being portrayed as this ultimate life goal. Yeah, not for me, man.
It's also much like Friends, right? I mean, they have to work apparently, but they are in their room and their apartments all day, all the time, every time.
Just like talking and hanging out. This is like boring.
Yeah, we talked about this last time. This is really apparently the dream of people. Just not doing anything with your life, just sitting there, talking, hanging out. And for me, this is absolute hell. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, sure.
It's not like that I don't like talking to people. Otherwise, I wouldn't talk 2 hours to you each week on a podcast.
Yeah.
Of course, I like it, but it's really not the only thing I do with my life.
Yeah,
talking to people. So that's kind of crazy to me.
Definitely.
But yeah.
Number 15, slow and steady does win the race. Or life's often way too fast. I already hate this, man. We are always so busy wanting to do more in less time. Is that bad? I don't know. It's not bad for me. Take a step
Yeah,
back.
but
Oh, this bullshit. Take a step back from time to time and slow the pace. Yeah, because I'm not gonna die. Right? Yeah, I have all the time in the world. Turn the
what does
mu-
this?
Yeah,
Yeah, what does this sentence even mean? That's coming now.
turn up the music and give her a slow dance whenever you feel the urge. Huh? Huh?
Like,
That's just oh yeah, it's like this romantic stuff from the movies. Like yeah, he's so spontaneous and
but what? Like real life practical advice right here. What does this mean?
well
I cannot think of any situation.
yeah, it's like see what I have in my mind is that I'm at home in my home office or whatever. I'm like working, and sometimes I'm just like taking a step back, and I go to the living room, turn the music up, and give her a slow dance. It's yeah.
Sorry, I'm cracking
That,
up a bit here.
yeah, that's just romantically thoughtful, and she will love it on every level. Okay, then
I
whatever,
just
man.
like this last part of the sentence because women have also this knack that they always know what every other woman always wants and feels. People love it on every level. How can you know? Maybe she fucking hates it.
Yeah. Ladies, if you take one thing from this article, everybody who's listening is yeah, it's true. Women sometimes say something and mean another thing. It can even be 36 paragraphs.
Yeah, that
Sometimes.
was the best thing in this article so
Yeah,
far.
I think so. Number 16, timing is vital. When you are on time, you're showing her that you respect her time. Just don't show up late for a date, no matter what. Of course, there are the inevitable that pop up and make it pretty much impossible for you to be on time with it. But it should be the exception to the rules. Do whatever it takes to make sure you're punctual, and that magic will unfold. So okay, if I'm punctual on my date and she doesn't fall in love with you, then fuck this article, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I was even 10 minutes earlier. Why am I not getting late, man?
I think it's also funny because this is really just general human behavior. I mean,
Yes, yes. I would actually agree with that point. Of course, it doesn't matter if you meet with a girl or boy. Always try to be on
yes,
time in some way.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just manners, right? But apparently, you need to point this out because, especially for women, this is important and makes it hot for you.
Okay, let me keep track. 2 out of 16 so far, where we would agree with that. Okay, at least, man. So far we have 2 ways to make a girl fall in love. Number 70, family is VIP. Didn't we have something like that already?
Yeah, but this time it's about your family.
When you make the time to introduce her to your family, you're showing her that she's special to you. And when you're trying to make her fall in love with you, that's golden. I'm not gonna introduce someone to my family if I'm not like, whatever. Show her off to your family and be sure to treat your family with love and respect. So normally I treat my family like shit, right? But when I bring my girl at home, go treat her super nice so she falls in love with me. Jeez, man.
Also, I like to show her off like she's some sort of
Yeah.
diamond you
Yeah.
can show off, you know.
I'm gonna flex with my girl, sure I do. Yeah.
Look who I scored. Damn.
Oh my god. Yeah, look at that sexy ass dad, right? God.
I'm gonna tap that later. What do you say?
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. Dude, this 3-week break from Red Smoke, it wasn't good for us, man. Look what happened to us, man. Oh my god. Yeah, love this so far. Number 18, surprises are magical. I think she also said something like flowers and stuff, right?
Yes.
Oh, this is Hitch level. Yeah, when you take time to surprise her, you will win your heart. You will way into her heart. Shoot her a message at work, and let her know you're thinking about her. You remember the walkie-talkie scene?
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it's portrayed. It's so romantic, and suddenly everyone around Ava Mendes' character drops his work and listens to it as if it's like a fucking. Like the biggest event of their life. Everybody's dropping everything. So, oh my god, there's like a guy sending her walkie-talkies. That was like, I'll be the only guy who's just continue on their work and just don't give a fuck about that. Just like,
That's
yeah.
also bullshit, because this really depends a whole lot on the woman. for example, my wife absolutely doesn't like to be in the spotlight. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so if everyone stopped at work and was seeing or listening to some dude hitting on her,
Yeah.
she would hate that.
Yeah.
So that really depends a whole lot on the woman.
Mm.
Yeah, in the movie, that's really. I fucking hated that scene.
Yeah, leave her a voicemail or note in a purse to make her smile. This just reiterates the fact that you're a thoughtful man that deserves her attention. Again, this is bullshit.
God,
God damn, yeah.
Seriously, if I need to deserve some woman's attention, she can fuck right off.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Sure.
I'm not doing that. Like,
Agree, man.
it's not. Yeah, I'm not gonna put myself down just to deserve her attention. I mean, what the hell is this?
She's not like the Queen of England or something, man.
Yes.
Come on, man. Number 19, be caring. This goes without saying, but when she's
Why
feeling,
do you say it,
yeah,
man? Bro.
when she's feeling under the weather, you need to show her you'll take care of her. Make her soup or bring her a box of Kleenex. Do whatever you need to in order to help her feel better quickly and get back on her feet. This is the sort of thing that shows a girl it's about time she fell in love. Hard and fast works.
What?
Well, wait. The last sentence is actually also something I agree with.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna say, are we still talking about like?
I don't know.
caring
It's
for
like,
her, or is
yeah,
this-
like she's sick, man. Leave her alone.
I don't think she
Yeah.
wants that when she's sick.
God,
Not fast.
this is like really basic human behavior. You know, like yeah,
Yeah,
she's
absolutely.
shit. She's shit. She's sick.
Shit. Yeah. Okay.
She's sick. Bring a book of Kleenex. Yeah, of course, man. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? All right, guys. Hard and fast works, and she'll fall in love with you. That's maybe. Number 20. Top-notch hygiene. We already had that one as well. Like a clean room and stuff like that. This one is a given. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that one. That's. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Go ahead.
Number 21. Start talking. It's natural to feel nervous around a beautiful girl. Just chill. If you allow your anxiety to get the best of you, then you might as well write the love thing off now. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, of
Yeah, of
course. Yeah, especially in the beginning when you start dating, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be fucking nervous in the beginning.
Yeah, you see the next sentence. I'm just gonna read it because
Yes, sure.
yeah. Drop your guard and muster up the courage to just go talk with her. Trust me, it will be appreciated.
Mhm.
Now, you see, this seems like, again, I mean, obviously, if she's the Queen of England, then you gotta muster up the courage
Yeah.
to talk to a woman. And this is what I don't like because it still keeps this notion of the pedestalizing. Usually, what you tell men when they have issues approaching women is that they are just humans, right? There's
Mhm.
really nothing special about them. You
Mhm.
can just talk to them like to any other dude. There's nothing crazy about it. This is also what women tell you usually, except of course this princess over here,
Yeah.
who thinks any man needs to muster up the courage to talk to her.
Jeez, man. Yeah, they're being portrayed as this like god ass, you know. It's
Yes.
yeah. Oh
God
my
ass.
God
Oh.
ass. Did I pronounce it wrong? I don't know.
Yeah, okay. No, it's fine.
Unintentional, man. Yeah, drop your guard and muster up the courage. You got that one. Number 22, slip past the nasty shield. Okay. I'm just finding out. More often than not, a pretty woman is witchy first when a guy gives them a compliment. I agree. Think of it as a defensive shield that's essential to keep the pricks out. Yep, so far so good.
Yeah,
Think
this is what we call a shit test. right?
Yes. Think about it for a minute. When a girl is hit on by oodles of guys, she's got to figure out a way to deflect them, right? Just turn up the charm and show her you're more interesting than all the other guys. She'll bite if it means to be. Yeah, I would agree with everything except the last one.
Yes.
Like,
Last one's bullshit.
yeah, it's like again contradicting. Like, okay, if there's a girl who receives like 100 compliments every day, just turn up your charm and be like even more, doing better compliments. This is like the notion of pickup lines, which
Yes.
I used to believe in it, but I don't believe in it now.
It's also the $5,000 date in the Hudson River. You just gotta turn it up, man.
Yeah. Of course, you cannot top this, right? This is like the most exciting date, but yeah, pretty desperate, definitely.
Yeah, but also it's also funny again that I mean even if you're a very beautiful girl, I don't think hit on by oodles of guys. This It's actually the opposite. If you are very, very beautiful, most guys don't have the balls to actually approach you. This would make it easier. But I guess she means women which are on the higher scale, so to speak, and a lot of guys hit on them. But it's still written like there are hundreds of dudes in the club who are surrounding her, trying to hit on her, and that's really not the case.
Oh my god.
Because you need to be more interesting than all the other guys, you know?
Oh my god, Jesus. Still, only 2 out of 22 so far. 23, connect with her entourage. No doubt a woman's friends will... I get that one. A woman's friends will naturally protect her from any man they believe is bad news. This means if you are ugly, creepy, or just plain rude, you don't stand a chance. Wow.
Hold on.
Okay.
So if I'm ugly, creepy, and plain rude, it's fine until their friends come in, right?
Yeah, it's like, it's like... I'm gonna read it and then we can talk about it. So if I got to get into the good books fast, or bring some eye candy with you to keep them oogling. What kind of eye candy? Like, what kind of eye candy does? Cute guys should do the trick, keeping them busy while you go in and at least get her number. Oh, like a wingman, right? Or stuff like that. Time to step up to the plate and whack a homer if you really want to make that girl fall in love with you. This is completely...
she's using words, but it means nothing. I've said this before. This line, it's again true in this article as well. This means nothing. You can just ignore it.
Yeah,
nothing was said.
Yeah, also this line, like, if you're ugly, you don't stand a chance. Like take a look at all those mobsters in Russia. You know, all those fucking ugly men, really ugly looking men have like the most beautiful girls around them. Come on, it's it's not true. Come on.
Yes.
24. Take action to play both sides of the fence. Okay. This is a tough one to master, but where there's a will, there's a way. You need to both play hard to get and show her you like her. When you balance this tightrope perfectly, it will help you win the prize. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I like about this thing, that she just stated a fact which was pretty evident for most people, but not actually how to do it.
Yeah, there's like no... Yeah, I would normally say I would agree with that, but that's, really just stating the obvious. Yeah. Oh, this is terrible. Create the perfect text. Number 25. Be careful here, because girls tend to naturally overanalyze text messages. In other words...
Yeah, but that's like her fault, not mine, is it?
Sure.
I mean, that's what I would say.
And that's where I think you already said it today. Simplicity wins. I think that's also like if you send a text where there's like no chance you could interpret something else in there to also show something about you. In other words, they put them under the microscope and often make them into more than they really are. You've got the work cut out of you. Yeah. Think of all the texts she get each day, and oh my god, what kind of goddess is she talking about, man?
Dude, they act like there are hundreds of guys constantly hitting on her, even on... And also, what's interesting, how many dudes actually have her number? That's also interesting. But, she's a princess. I'm not saying something here.
Oh my god. Yeah, you gotta make yours stand out. Open your mind and think outside the box. Keep it short and sweet and memorable. Do that and you're headed in the right direction. Good thing she didn't say do that and she'll fall hard in love with you. But it's hard and fast, guys. Number 26. Become an expert in hitting back. Yeah, baby, finally! Like, people gonna actually think we enjoy hitting women, man. I don't want to. It's like we gotta give away too many hints, man. It's like thumbnails like dating terrorists and all this stuff. Oh, yeah. People gotta think we're like a rapist. Yeah, anyways. No worries, I'm referring to texting. Okay.
Damn it. Oh, sorry.
When your girl shoots you a text, you need to make every effort within reason to send one right back to her. Think tennis here. Oh, fuck no, man.
No, absolutely
no. What does this show to her? That you have nothing else going on in your life, right?
Exactly, as we mentioned for. Yeah. If you can immediately answer, then you're just sitting there waiting, and that just means you don't do anything with your life, and that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's actually bad.
The length of your shot and the timing is critical. Pay
Wait, is
attention.
this a sexual thing?
Like, not for me, but yeah. Oh, no, I see what you. Oh, I did.
The length of your shot and the timing is
Wait.
critical.
The next one is also good. Pay attention to every shot you take if you want to end up winning the girl. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she actually also thought about something else. Though.
Dude, I was just thinking about tennis. I don't know about you, man.
Yeah, I meant tennis.
Yeah, this also gets interesting. Number 27, dive into the romance. You do this after you took every shot, right? What does it even mean, dive into the romance? What does this even mean? Okay, if you want a woman to love you, then you are going to have to show her.
Yeah, but what?
Yeah.
What am I showing her?
So this is like
just pull it out, or how does it work?
logic fail, man. What better way to then? What better way then to take the time to create a super romantic date?
There we are again.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
5 grand date.
Think of what she likes and appreciates and builds from there. Make sure there's some flirting and fun and lots going on, so boredom has zero chance of getting into the picture. Nail this one, and you'll get to nail her too if you haven't
Oh, wow.
already. Wow.
Now she's very literal
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
But also remember, sometimes girls write things they don't actually mean.
Right.
Yeah. But sounds like someone else. Sounds like someone else came in for number 27 and just like did a ghostwriting job there.
It seems like
Jeez, man.
like oh, wait, we need 10 more points on this. Just write something.
Yeah. Set up follow-ups. Okay. If you want to keep the love momentum rolling, you're going to need to set up more dates. Don't expect her to give it up or become totally comfortable with you until at least the 3rd or 4th date. Probably, yeah. In other words, you gotta work for it, and when you give her something to look forward to down the road, you're showing her you got a vested interest in her, and that's magical.
Magical.
Imagine I having like a first date with a girl, and I'm like, but I already have pre-planned the next 10 dates. Isn't that magical? And then set up my creepy smile. That's nothing more magical than that, all right?
Yeah, also keep her busy, and you are the only one she will have time to focus on. Yeah, I don't think a woman would like if I plan the next 3 days of her time completely.
Yeah.
I don't think that works at all.
No. Ooh.
Oh, the next one is
Ooh.
interesting.
Ooh, okay, let's check it out. Number 29, great love making is essential. Of course, this depends on where you are in building your relationship. Okay, something. Sorry, just
Yeah, sorry, I had to crack up as well.
trying to get this in one take. Something you don't ever want to forget is you need to make amazing love to her. Oh my Jesus, Mary Christ!
Hard and fast, gentlemen. Hard and fast.
You need to make amazing love to her. This means a lot of kissing and cuddling, and not running out the door shortly after. I wish she would elaborate on that more. Oh man. Jesus. Okay. If you do that, you'll make her feel cheap and used, and there's seriously no love in that scenario. Slow and steady wins the race, the longer the better. There are like 3 different contradictions in this whole.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought hard and fast.
Yeah. No, slow and steady. What the fuck, man?
Also longer, longer. Get
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. But we still talk about tennis, guys. You know.
Yes, of course. Also, for anyone
Yeah,
listening,
sure.
this is not true, gentlemen.
Mhm.
I mean, it doesn't mean you never are like loving to her, but I feel like the sweet summer child kind of fucker. I'm just gonna put it that way. That most likely won't do it. Just saying,
Also,
for many reasons.
don't forget to always ask her, well, are you comfortable right now? And do it every 5
yes,
minutes,
right.
and she's gonna fall hard, man.
Yeah. Also, consent. Always
yeah,
ask for consent.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Number 30, we're approaching the end finally. What a waste, man. Be patient for what are we? Okay.
Okay, I'm curious about this one.
If you're serious about making this girl fall for you, she needs to be the one pushing to know where you stand. When she asks this question, it's time to make sure you solidify the fact you are her boyfriend and you want to take your relationship to the next level. Step by step, you'll get there if you play your cards right. You're not necessarily wrong, I would say.
Yeah, but okay, but this makes makes she fall in love with me. Is what you're saying there?
Yeah, that's it. Of course not that, but Jesus, man.
Because it's in the 37 points that make a woman fall in love with me.
Yeah.
So if she asks me what are we, that makes her fall in love with me, right?
Yeah. My God.
Okay.
Oh, number 31. Deal with her imperfections. No matter how hot you think she is, everyone has imperfections. Okay. If she gets a little emotionally crazy, just deal with it. Yeah, sure, I will. When she decides she doesn't want to wear makeup, you better support her. Okay. And no matter what, you're best to ignore your innate need to flirt with other women. Just don't, please. What does that have to do with her imperfections? This what?
Okay, well, first of all, if she decides to don't wear makeup, of course that's her decision.
Yeah.
But what does this have to do with me flirting with other women?
I'm giving up, man.
Well, she's saying that if she doesn't wear makeup, I should support her in that by not flirting with other women, because that will... Oh god, wait, my brain is exploding. I cannot make a sentence out of this that actually makes sense.
Dude, I think we finally found the article that broke us, man. It's really...
like...
Dude, I just can't figure girls out, man. Just can't. I just can't. I'm so frustrated right now.
I'm just being completely serious here. If you are a guy and you read this article, then you absolutely cannot figure out girls. There's no way you will ever understand them. And everything will go down the drain. I can tell you this for sure, gentlemen. That's... Oh, God.
Number 32, tell her you love her. This is a tough one for many guys because it makes you vulnerable and opens the door to possible rejection. Usually it's the girl that says the L word first, but not always. I didn't know love was censored now, but anyway. Put it out. Put it all out. Yeah.
Usually this is how it goes, but not always. Like, I mean, the word usually already says that. I don't know why you need to not always. But...
Put it all out there and tell her you love her, and she's gonna... Tell her you love her, and she's gonna fall head over heels in love with you. It's just like literally not how it works, man.
Yes, that's exactly not how it works.
Oh my god. Okay. This is also like one of the biggest lies. Like, just because you have a feeling doesn't mean you automatically ignite the mutual feeling in the other person as well.
Yes.
You know, it's of course like wishful thinking, especially when you're... I really have a crush on someone, but it is what it is, wishful thinking, and it has nothing to do with the feelings of another person.
Yes, exactly. It's the crush idea that you love someone so much that your love somehow must make them fall in love with you as well.
Yes.
This is also the Hollywood idea again.
However, I think it could work to an extent to when you have it vice versa, which means if you are a guy, you don't get much attention from girls, and there's this one girl who is really head over heels falling in love with you. This could maybe make you love her back. You know what I'm trying to say?
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it works the other way, but I think it could work that a guy could fall in love with the idea of a girl being completely crazy for him, so to speak. It might not make much sense, but yeah. Number 33. She's got to feel out of control. If you want a woman to fall for you, then you need to gain the power hand in the relationship. Yes?
Yes.
Keep in mind, if you're chasing her like a weak puppy, she will get bored with you fast. Mm-hmm.
I totally agree.
Fuck yeah.
But there are many points that contradict this.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah, but you need to get her chasing you a little, and your love will be golden. Yep. Everything's good. Perfect. Nice one.
Absolutely.
Nice one.
3 out of 37 so far, right?
Yeah.
33.
Yeah. This is like a... What is this, like 10% chance? Something? Yeah, almost.
It's less, yeah. But, yeah.
Number 34, elusive takes the cake. The guy needs to be the one that starts and finishes communication. Okay. She needs to be the one reaching out to you, and you can get back to her. What?
Wait.
The guy needs to be the one that starts communication, and then she needs to be the one reaching out to you. I'm just gonna skip that one. Make sure she knows she isn't your everything, but on the flip side, she still needs to feel important. Oh my god, always those fucking 2-sentence paragraphs, man. Always like, make sure she feels like the best girl, but also don't put her on a pedestal. But also make her feel like a good girl. Oh, come on. Be elusive, but don't overdo it. If you aren't ever there for her, there's no way she can fall in love with you. Yeah, no shit. If you don't exist, she cannot fall in love with you. But oh my god.
This one was really bad because
especially after number 33, it was just such a nice point. At number 34, I was like, oh man, come on, started off so great. You were so close to be competent, girl. Okay, number 35, be mysterious. You don't have to answer every question she asks. So I'm sure this contradicts something she said earlier.
Also, I'm just gonna sit there in silence, right?
Yeah.
Just ignore her.
In fact, when you're a little vague or mysterious, you're going to draw her in for more. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
When a girl's curiosity is piqued, she'll look for ways to peel your layers and gain more connection. Yes, you can take it from there. Yep. 4 out of 35 so far. Nice. So it kind of becomes good in the end. Number 36, create addiction. When you can become her addiction, or better yet, obsession, you've just sealed the deal. Now, it's also nice that she says this, but she doesn't show me how. She's like, become her addiction. Like, how, dude? How?
It's just like, become rich.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Never forget that girls are great at playing the game, so you need to be wary and cautious. Again, I agree. In order for you to create addiction, you need to drop off the radar from time to time and master the art of slipping back in unannounced.
Oh god, I'm having bad thoughts about this again. Slipping back in unannounced. I like that.
That's a bit creepy, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is like playing games in such an obvious way. You know, I mean, it makes sense if you drop off the radar. And then you can call her a week later and say, I had work to do. But slipping back unannounced give away the impression that, you're like a creep. I mean, there's a reason why it works out, because being a busy man shows her that you're a high value man, which means it's absolutely natural that sometimes you have to drop off the radar. But here in this article it says you have to create this addiction artificially. You know, you don't actually have anything going on in your life, you just have to pretend you have.
Yes, exactly. This is exactly the point I was going to make as well. You said it quite well there. Actually, you can sum this whole article up with one sentence: just be a high value man. Then it works out. And what she's trying there in this article is really, I guess it's her childish female point of view of creating a man that is actually a high value man, like is busy, but she doesn't want to say it that way.
It reminds me exactly of Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey. He has everything. He's like a fucking billionaire. How the fuck do you think he became a billionaire? But he has like all the time in the world.
Yeah.
This is
exactly.
No, man. Yeah, and the final fucking point, number 37, challenging is good. We all like a challenge. Keep in mind, as humans, we always want what we don't have. True. Use this to your advantage. Don't be afraid to challenge her and be a challenger. It will help you make her fall for you pronto. I would say yes, but this is like nothing. This is like there was it's like a bottom statement. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. I mean, it'd be a challenge. It's like be rich. Okay.
Are you ready for the glamorous final words? I don't even want to know what it is, but it's like, oh my god, final words. When you're figuring out how to make a girl fall in love with you, there are oodles of factors. She loves this word, oodles, doesn't she?
Yeah.
There are oodles of factors to consider. Take each of these tips, tricks, and pointers into consideration and follow her lead. Wow. Show her your confidence and create a plan. Wow. Follow her lead, but show her your confidence.
Yes.
Okay? And create a plan. Dude, I cannot follow her lead if I am creating the plan. This is, oh man, fuck those final words. I knew the final words would fuck it up.
Yes, of course. I just
Okay.
hate that this was pinned over 1,000 times and shared
Yeah,
as many
yeah,
times.
yeah.
But that's just telling you
Yeah,
how.
it's a pretty often clicked article. Like if you I was just like clicking how to make a girl fall in love with you, and this was like the first one.
No God.
Yeah. Poor people.
So you just know for a fact that any dude who has a crush on some girl is reading that and is then trying to implement 37 points, which most of which are actually contradicting.
Mm-hmm.
All the others are bullshit, except for the four. We concluded on four, right? Which we agree with.
Yeah, for maybe 4.5. Come on.
Yes.
Don't want to be a
Yeah.
Nazi.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. And actually, again, the easiest way to actually do it is just be a great man. Be a high value man. Do your thing. Do your own thing. Actually, be on your purpose. Make money. Be a good boy, so to speak, and not a nice guy. Be a good boy, and then everything else will be easy. And you don't need 37 tools in your arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
You unleash on the first day.
Absolutely.
Let's
It's
be hard and fast.
this whole premise of her being like this divine goddess, princess,
Yeah.
whatever. This reminds me a lot of Hitch, the ending of Hitch. You know that Eva Mendes' character should be still treated with sympathy or even affection. It's such an incredibly bad decision on part of the screenwriter, man.
Yes.
You know, it's like yeah, really, like I was saying, I was watching this movie and I was saying to myself, I wish Will Smith would come along the street with a drop dead gorgeous super hot girl in a cocktail dress and whatever, and that would be a pretty neat ending. But yeah,
I
this
fully
is-
agree, especially because she's called Sarah, right, in the movie? Is it Sarah?
I think so. Yeah.
Eva Mendes' character.
Mhm.
She's been a royal bitch the whole movie, actually.
Mhm.
If we're being honest here, like from the beginning, she's very like withdrawn and not interested at all. Not even. I wouldn't even say feminine. She's very, very tough and hard and rough and annoying. And yeah, that she's sort of this divine being Will Smith's character is going after is really just a showcase of Hollywood's
Also,
idea.
did you get the conflict in the end? Because there was like this huge conflict. Like, oh my god, where she finds out the dirty truth about Will Smith's character.
Well, yeah, I
it's
think
like-
the conflict was actually because of her friend.
Yeah,
Because
being seduced by this guy Will
Yes.
Smith refused to coach.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And she, like the friend of hers, got laid by this guy, and then he left immediately.
Mhm.
So he was basically being an asshole, right? A
Yeah.
prick, as we learned. And so she was mad at Hitch basically for making this possible, even though he didn't do it.
Hmm.
And yeah, I don't even know how this got concluded because he could have just told her that he wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually was in the speed dating scene, right?
Oh my god, the cringe,
Yeah, that was-
man, the cringe.
That was very cringe, yes. But I think
God.
that was when he told her that he refused to work with that guy
Hmm.
after a very, very weak speech he brought.
I
remember that.
have actually written it down because it was so terrible. Eva Mendes says to Hitch, this is like the quote unquote climax of the film. You are a scam artist, you trick women into, and then Hitch ends the sentence for, yeah, trick women into getting out of their own way so that great guys like Albert, so the character from Kevin James, have a fighting chance. So see, the message of this film is that lonely women who are looking for love can't find it because they make it so difficult for men to do all the work that guys need help to get past the intimidation, rejection, game playing factor, right? And yeah,
Yeah, I think he even says this, that doesn't he say something like, do you even know how hard it is to approach a woman you love, or something like that?
yeah.
I think there's this line in there. And this comes from the dating coach, you know? I mean, that's just bullshit. Why would he say that? I mean, his whole shtick, his whole business revolves around approaching women and setting this whole thing up and actually getting it done.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Do you even know how hard it is?"
Jeez, man.
I'm just laughing because it's so stupid.
Yeah, it was really like, yeah, it's hard for me to get to the movie, man. It's really hard. Also, like this
But
whole, okay, go.
Yeah, but after this dating, speed dating scene, and when it's actually revealed that he is the good guy who didn't work with this quote unquote prick, there is still some tension between the two, and I don't understand where this came from. Because she then would actually need to apologize to him that she has been a royal bitch, but she doesn't. And there's still like, I don't even know, 15 minutes, half an hour of stuff happening, although it's already been resolved. So I don't even know what the fuck was going on there.
And this was also this movie was also way too long. Normally, like those rom-coms, they go like 1.5 hours, and this was like almost 2 hours long, and it really felt like it, man. It's I think I got it in one take. I think I did a 5-minute break in between, and oh my god, I want to kill myself, man.
I guess it was hard to come back and keep watching it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like, see, the basic premise and message of this movie was like, see the idea where if you dye your hair a certain color, you know, or if you like a certain TV show, then some girl will finally notice you and will fall in love with you. A horrible message, man. Horrible message. It's basically what it is, right?
Yes. Also, this, I think another idea that comes with that is also you just need to have the right setup, which is what Hitch does, right? And quote unquote accidentally stumble into her, and then she will immediately fall in love with you. She just didn't recognize you yet, and this kind of bullshit. And that's just absolutely not the case.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh my god. Also, go.
It's really what I wanted to say, that the whole premise of this movie, as you just mentioned, the whole idea behind it. Do not listen to it, gentlemen. It's absolutely not reality. It's bullshit.
It's also like, we've seen this movie as a product of very early, I can say 2005, when we talked about how many great movies this came out. But it's a product of culture going away, man. It's everything is flip-flopped. Guys act like girls in this movie, and girls act like guys. To be honest,
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, all this is done like, this is men are shown as soft and stupid, only interested in women all the time. This is the only interest they have throughout this whole movie, getting laid or getting women fall in love, like this bumbling idiots, right? While women are shown as, I wouldn't say macho, but yeah.
Yeah, but did you notice that all the girls, it's actually just 2 of them, right? Or 3, I don't even know. But they are all busy working out there, right?
Yes.
On their job. And the guys then sort of find time in their schedule of the girls to actually meet with them and be on the dates. Isn't it usually the other way around?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just completely 180.
Yeah. Also, how many times do we have to see a girl kneeing a guy in the balls, man?
Oh yeah.
How many times the question is also, did the quote unquote bad guy deserve it?
Yes, right.
That's a guess, and not really, man. It's like he had a one night stand, and I don't know, like this is like double standards. You imagine a guy doing this to a girl, you know, for the same thing. It just doesn't work, man.
Yeah, I also think this is really also what Hollywood is trying to tell you. If you do something quote unquote bad emotionally to a girl or whatever, it's totally fine that she gets physical with you. It really just punches you in the face or even like in the balls. It's fine. It's completely warranted. And I would say no, it isn't. Absolutely not. Also, this is the funny thing, but that is true for these kind of women, like the friend of hers who gets used, I would say, by this guy. I mean, she slept with him, right? It's not like he is 100% at fault for this. He didn't rape her.
Yeah.
I mean, she actually did it as well. So maybe she shouldn't jump into bed with a dude on the first date if she doesn't want to be just used for sex. I mean, that's also her responsibility. But then again, women don't. Many women, I should say, not all of them, but many women don't take responsibility.
Yeah, it's also like this whole scene. Like, of course, the film says it's okay to knee a man in the balls if you don't like them, if you don't like what they did. Doesn't matter. You can get away with anything.
Yeah.
I would say, of course, I'm not saying hit back. This is absolutely not what I'm saying. But I also would say no real man is going to let a girl hit him publicly or privately, and you let her get away with it. Again,
Yes.
I'm not talking about hitting her back. That's not what I'm trying to say. But she'll think you're like a passive idiot. You know, this is like one of the things that this film doesn't understand about humans. It's like I have the feeling there are no real human beings in this movie. It's really weird.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
they really feel like, yeah, some kind of robots.
mhm.
Like no human would really act like this.
Yeah, for example, there's this scene where they shortly before Will Smith gets poisoned or he has this allergic reaction to whatever, some kind of seafood, and they're meeting with so they have like this kind of double date. He comes with Ava Mendes and Ava Mendes' boss with his
Yeah, right.
wife, right? And there's this scene where the boss's wife tells him to shut up at the food event. And I would have loved to seen him say, "Why don't you shut the fuck up, darling?" And then continue
Yeah,
on.
right.
This is you don't see stuff like if I believe that's how it works in the real world, you know?
Yeah, imagine if he is like a real dating coach or a PUA guy, whatever, in the real
Yeah.
life, in the real world, right? And some random ass dude tells him to shut up. Like he would not just sit there, okay.
Hmm.
As you said, he was telling you, "You shut the fuck up. I'm gonna get out of here. Fuck
Yeah.
this shit."
Yeah. Yeah,
But
but
like, no, that's just not happening.
yeah. And this is like this is like this yeah. It's just like oh my god, this movie, man. I
Yeah, it's
got
just again this Hollywood idea of
yeah.
putting something into your mind that is completely like miles away from reality. I would even say planet-wide away from reality,
Mhm.
which would never happen in reality. But then people have this in their mind that this is how it should
Mhm.
unfold. Then they are confused when they do it in real life, like reading this article, for example, and actually applying it, and then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then they're mad, and then they put themselves in the victim position and blame women and all the other people, and it's all their fault, and not themselves for believing this bullshit, and not
Mhm.
even thinking for themselves.
No. Definitely. It's also it might be wrong with that. It's a little take of mine, but the interesting and almost unspoken message of this film is that both Ava Mendes' character and Will Smith's character are angry at the other gender for some
Oh yeah,
reason, and they're both trying to like help their own gender winning. You know, winning in case of
right.
Hitch. Hitch is like trying to make his gender win, and Ava Mendes is like trying to warn her gender.
Yes,
This is
yes.
like what I'm. This is like what I got out of this got out of stuff. It's both sides are actually angry and they can't figure out why.
He actually said it before we started the stream that this was an early feminist movie before this actually
Pretty
happened.
early for 2005. This was pretty early. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very
Yeah.
early, yeah,
Yeah.
long before this whole thing came up.
Hmm.
And but if you think about it, Eva Mendes' character is really she actually hates men, if we're being honest, because
Yeah.
everything she does in the beginning, also on her job, is really just to reveal how toxic men actually are.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean, this is the basic idea of modern day feminism, right?
Hmm.
All men are evil, and we need to stop them and their toxic
Yeah.
masculinity. And what he does, yeah, as you say, is really just trying to help his gender win with women, regardless of anything.
Yeah, that's
But they
why that's why
yeah,
yeah that's why I would have loved the movie to end with them not coming together because see both teams in this movie are cheating they're playing a game where the rules keep changing and both are cheating and no one can win, you know.
yeah,
It's a crooked game and yeah, kind of like grass is always greener on the other side. And I would have loved for them to that this doesn't work out, you know. That would be like a nice message.
it would be.
Um,
But instead, we got the stupid ass dance in the wedding.
okay. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Actually, from Bo, didn't Will Smith also put up a stupid dance there? If I remember this correctly,
Yeah, yeah.
I
This
might.
is like,
I don't even
oh
know.
god. Did you know? Interesting piece of trivia. It says on IMDb. In one of the extra features, there's a on the DVD from Hitch. You know, there's a female dating expert. She says, When you're talking to a girl and her friend at a bar, you have to buy them both drinks. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus, man. It's just like this is a gift that keeps on giving, man. I imagine buying the DVD, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, who the fuck bought that? Because when you mentioned extra features, I was like, wait, this movie has extra features?
Yeah, there's actually you can look it up. There are bloopers from the movie, and it's actually more funny than the whole movie.
I was gonna say, yes.
Yeah.
That's probably more funny.
Yeah, I'm suspecting this female dating expert. She's kind of like the friend, you know, because no one would buy anyone a drink. Talk to her. She's like the type of man pay, women take dating expert, and kind of like the girl who keeps men out of relationships. Unfortunately,
she's probably the one who wrote that article.
Yeah, could be. Oh, that would be so nice, man.
It would fit.
Definitely. Oh my god. Yeah, Hitch. It's called Date Doctor in Germany. It's called Hitch the Date Doctor in Germany. I don't know if it's in English. It's just called Hitch.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Weird.
Yeah. Oh my god, Red Smoke is back with a vengeance, man. This is wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we need to do a proper movie in between again before we keep roasting.
Probably.
Don't go crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, the thing is, I did with Rich. I know you're not. I know you're not into anime, but I got a little like good stuff in between. But you have like, I think this was like your 4th roast in a row.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I said, we were waiting on Matrix 4, but I'm not sure if this is gonna be a roast or a praise.
I was gonna say that might end up as a roast again.
yeah, pretty much. Oh my god. All right then. Yeah, Alex and I we're gonna go offline now and we're gonna have a council on whether we can continue this in this pace. We're gonna continue doing those terrible movies. I mean, someone has to, and maybe we have the strength to endure it, so to speak.
Yes, to anyone listening, you can also just write in the comments what you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine to,
just don't be too harsh, man. I mean, I keep thinking about what could be worse than Twilight, 50 Shades, Friends, Hitch. I'm sure there's some stuff. I just can't come up with it, man. It's.
I mean, you mentioned Adam Sandler movies before. So
oh my god! Do you really want to? Do you really want to do this, man? I mean, I'm okay. No. I mean, I'm okay if you want to do it. I'm like. Okay, I think we should probably discuss this off air because we might commit to something, and when we do it on the air, it's up there.
We're gonna give